A cheek like a cat and a sleek like a rat. Daisy Meredith is a funny one. She's got a face like a pickled onion, a nose like a squashed tomato, and 2 bandy legs.
I say, Trixie, when do you suppose the seconds will give up this sneaking and catcalling stunt?
In a week or 2, if there's any sense of honour. They have rather got their knives into you, old girl. I expect Sybil's been feeding them this elementary school bilge. She and Monica went out onto the field this afternoon looking like queens of tragedy. They absolutely detest games. Sure sign of a rotter.
I wonder how the match is going. It's jolly sickening not to know which side the cheers are for.
I would have gone without cakes and jam for a year just to have seen the match. And Claire's playing.
I say, Daisy,
Will you let me read your poem when it's finished?
I'm fearfully sorry, Trixie, old chum, but no. Please don't be offended, but I think it's tremendously bad form to show competition entries to fellow competitors. It can lead to colossal temptation.
I understand perfectly, Elvin. I think it's a thoroughly decent idea.
I haven't even begun mine yet, although I will say that my choice of title is The Meditations of a Lighthouse.
Mine's The Jolly Old Heroes. I've practically finished.
There, that's done. Matron ought to be well satisfied. I say, Trixie, what should we do now?
Beastly boring being shut up in here. I know. Let's treasure hunt. Let's revive the Dark Horse Secret Society.
Charming idea. Where do you suggest we begin our search?
Not along the East Gallery, that's for sure. Have to wait till we're prefects to get down there.
Look here, Trixie. We need ideas. Let's go to the shelf and see if we can find any books on other treasure seekers. Or a book on codes. Or even a biography of Sir Digby Beaumont.
Capital suggestion. Let's go down the back stairs. Less chance of Matron or any of the maids seeing us. I see someone's coming. Quick, hide.
myself. How's Diana? She's definitely out now for the second half. Maybe you'll never let her play with a broken ankle. The advantages are... I'm not so jolly certain, Alice. We're leading by 6 goals to 1. Goal, your third pair's first rate. I've had umpteen pots at the goal. Diana was the only girl able to get one in. Julia is a jolly decent South Jules. Can't afford to get complacent, Alice. There goes the whistle for the second half. Watch that left inner, Alice. I'll stick to her like a shadow.
If we don't find a clue, I shall simply expire. Keep space at full get. It would be such a mean, horrid, beastly sin if we didn't. I say, Daisy, listen to this. My first is above where cherubim reign. My second in Sagittarius's nickname. My third... Let me see. Some joker defacing school property. But Trixie, don't you see? See what? This is it! What we've been searching for! The clues! Jemima! Someone's coming this way! Quick! Upstairs! The books!
Goodness gracious! So Digby Beaumont. Heaven.
Mr. Skablowski. Mr. Thompson said to see you.
Dash it!
That proves it. It jolly well proves it. He's after the treasure. I wonder if Mr. Skablowski has anything to do with it. I've noticed that he and Mr. Thompson are pretty thick together. Let's copy this clue down before Mr. Skablowski returns. I say, Daisy, let's tear the whole page out. That way Mr. Skablowski can't find it. We can't deface school property. Let's take the whole book then. That would be stealing. Not really, it wouldn't. We'd only be borrowing it. It's for the sake of the school. Well, I don't know. And Claire. Righto! Oh, jubilee, Daisy. I knew you'd see sense. Let's put all these other books away then quickly.
Oh, see the scheming. Have a little time now and extremely busy.
Daisy is coming back.
I'm probably nothing from there.
Upstairs.
Sorry.
Phew! In the nick of time. Now for that clue. Read it out, Daisy. My first is above where cherubim reign. My second is Sagittarius' nickname. My third is the 8th of Saturn's great brood. My fourth is in Aries and doth provide food. My fifth at the end of the first planet lies. My sixth spangles brightly the late evening skies. My seventh lies in the beast that the starry twins follow. My eighth, the north night skies with brave colour swallow. My last lies in the hue of the warrior planet. And there, if you read me aright, you will have it. Take my initials in the order they're writ, and you'll wait to the final clue, will it? I say, see how glorious! A real clue. We must work it out. My first is above where cherubim reign. Well, that's easy enough. Heaven. Oh, so H is our first letter. The second is A for Archer, Sagittarius. Wise child. My third is the 8th of Saturn's great brood. Here's a conundrum. I didn't know Saturn had any children. Do you think he had a wife? Oh, think, Trixie, think. I'm racking my brains.
Mercury. Why? XA. Hairy. Hairy? What it says. My six bangles brightly the late evening skies. Stars! S. Topping, Trixie. Now for the beats that the starry twins follow. Pollux and Castor. Taurus the bull, Taurus. My eighth, the north night skies with rave-coloured swallow. North. Why north, I wonder? I know. Northern lights. Aurora something. Aurora Borealis. Never mind, we've got the air. My last sight in the hue of the warrior planet. Mars! Red! It's red! And there you beat me a right you'll have it. Hairy star. Hairy star. Doesn't make sense. Have a look at the glossary. Nothing about hairy stars in here. Oh, Trixie, perhaps I got it wrong. Perhaps it's an astronomical symbol. Queer sort of a symbol. Perhaps Sir Deegan was a lunatic. Voices! The match must be over. We must hide the book. Where? In your boot hole. Hairy star. Don't forget it, Daisy. Hairy star.
Everyone's far too wrapped up in the match to notice our absence. Here are the burners. I'm afraid some of them are the tiniest bit damp. It's muddy in the tea set. I back the shoe on. Isn't this blissful? How wild they will be if they could see us instead of swiping at their silly little balls. And especially Daisy Meredith. What swag, she's so persuaded. Fearfully good idea of yours. That geography paper on my class. Oh, you inspired it. It would have been nothing without you to carry it through. I fear for Wayne's the Meredith girl remains tainted for very much longer. Clara and the mistresses are ready to kiss her boots at present. They'll soon change their tune, especially when my new plan comes into fruition. Oh, Sybil, I do think you have the most gorgeous character of anyone I know. I dare say you're right. Come on, I want to finish my poem.
Hooray! Hooray! Hooray!
What? Dickens of a gay. Sure, I didn't know if I was coming or going. How's your shin, Alice? Oh. Thundercloud. Which is a sight better. I'll be bound in Diana's ankle or Carol's knee. Jane's cracked rib. I scarcely like to think about the team we'll have to scrape together to win the next match and the final. If we reach it. Still, fuck of all thing, there are some jolly decent players in the fifth. Oh, have you not remembered, Claire, that in a week of the finals, the fifth are away in France? Enough said. That leaves the four. Belinda, Trixie, and the new girl. Oh, chin up, Alice. A miracle may happen and our injured America, they're just in time to play. Let's wash and change, then go cheer up the wounded soldiers in the south. Oh, my word, it's Mademoiselle.
Zut alors! Mademoiselle, ces scats prennent fraîche, dit-tu, of Crangewood. Tiens, c'est abominable. A thief has been at this shelf and stolen this valuable book. And it is I who am to blame, n'est-ce pas? For I was on shelf duty this week.
Steady on, Mademoiselle, I'm absolutely certain the book has been stolen.
Positive? Well, I come to see that all was well after this splendid hockey match. And poof! I simply gap on the shelf.
Which book was it? Can you remember?
Mais oui, it belonged to your esteemed grand-père. It was about the stars and the heavens. I looked at it often in great wonder. But now I must go and find Miss Gibson and tell her what has occurred.
I shall come with you, for it concerns me very much. I'll see you in the stand, Alice. Things are looking black for you indeed, my darling girl. I found this in the doorway. It's addressed to you. Reluctantly, Daisy opened the envelope, a feeling of grim foreboding stealing over her. Sybil Burlington's spidery handwriting revealed itself. 1 week, all Grangewood will know the truth about the geography paper. Daisy paled.
I say, Daisy, bad news.
No, I've a headache. That geography paper. How had it come to be in her desk? Daisy half suspected Sybil of the deed, except that the look of surprise on the girl's face had seemed genuine. How she longed to make a clean breast of the affair to Claire or Miss Gibson. But who would believe the word of an elementary school girl in the face of such condemning evidence? And against that of a wealthy, beautiful, self-assured Grangewood scholar, especially one who desired her departure so keenly. Oh, but I can't leave Grangewood. I love it so, and Mother will be tremendously upset. I know. I'll destroy the geography paper. Then no one need be any the wiser. Why on earth didn't I think of that sooner?
There is no hymn this morning, so straight to the notices. The match on Saturday against Thorpehurst was won, as you all know, by Grangewood, 6-3. Effort by all concerned. Which means Grangewood goes through to the semi-final. Several injuries were sustained during the match, which means the first 11s will be on the lookout for possible substitutes to play in the next match and the final, if you're fortunate enough to reach it. This, of course, gives the 4th and 5th form a chance to show their mettle. A list of those girls being considered will be pinned on the school notice board. Now, I've been informed of several girls on their way to specialised music lessons in the town have been seen conversing with boys from Stamford Boys' School. This must stop! Mingling with brothers, cousins and boys at supervised social events is perfectly within order. But this casual hobnob can do nothing but harm to Grangewood's reputation. The nature ramble to Wakeley Woods will be led by Miss Waller on Sunday afternoons. Any girls interested? Names in by Wednesday, please. Finally, I come to a matter of utmost gravity. An astronomy. Part of the Sir Digby Beaumont collection has been taken. I hesitate to say, stolen from the school shelf. We believe it to be purloined by someone who did not realise that they need express permission from myself or the mistress in charge for that week to take books from the school shelf. If that person would like to come and see me after assembly in my study, then I'll say no more about the matter. However, if nobody owns up, then this afternoon's games will be cancelled, and the entire school kept within bounds for the next 3 days. School dismissed.
We really are in deadly peril now. What atrocious luck that the book should be missed so soon.
If we hand it back, Mr. Skoblowski is sure to discover the clue.
I say, Daisy, do you think he suspects we're the culprits? After all, we actually told him that we're looking for the treasure. He may sneak on us. Oh, Daisy, how frightful. Perhaps we should chuck our Marion
And let the bookmakers get their hands on the treasure.
I dare say you're right. For the sake of the school
And England. No, we must keep extremely quiet about the whole affair and admit to nothing. Honesta quam magna. Hinc space effulget.
I say, Daisy, look at that crowd around the notice board.
Oh, let us through, Winnie.
Daisy, you, Belinda, Diane and I are all down for the hockey trials on Thursday.
How spiffing!
Even more spiffing if someone returns that speedy
But here, I'll lend you mine.
The beasts! I sometimes wish I'd never heard of Grangewood. But I'll show them. I'll show them what the Merediths are made of. I'll show you, Sybil Burlington. Tell who you like about that geography paper. I'll not admit to something that's not my fault. I'll not submit to blackmail. I'm staying at Grangewood. Until the sixth form, Sybil Burlington. Until the sixth form.
I say, Daisy, we'd better cut along to the lab.
Winnie Irving, a member of the second form. I say, Daisy Meredith.
Yes?
I've a message for you from first and second forms. We don't stand for sneaks at Grangewood, so until such time as you either apologise to us for your low behaviour, reform, or leave the school, we're hereby sending you and Trixie Martin to Coventry.
I'd like to wipe the brown with the cheeky little beggar. I sometimes think that Grangewood is a perfectly horrible, miserable school.
You need bucking up, old chum.
Got it! I'll arrange an inter-dormy bottle fight. What's that?
It's like a pillow fight, but with hot water bottles. You fill them half full for extra suppleness and bang, you're off. It's a prime stunt. We can do it tomorrow night after prayers while the Prees are having their baths.
Sounds a topping idea. I feel better already. What is the name of that tune that Mr. Thompson always whistles? Do you know, Trixie?
Dash it, I can't think. A Welsh song? You should know it, Daisy. All Through the Night, that's the one.
It's queer, Trixie, but it's frightfully reminiscent of something.
Your matron probably sang it to you when you were but an infant on her knee.
And he always whistles the same tune.
Slightly cracked, poor old chap. So they say. Avoids people like the plague. I say, we'll be late for science if we don't dash.
Oh, my bag! Excuse me, Mr. Skabrowski. I'm late for class.
Ah. I hope it was not because you were treasure.
Oh no, we've given all that up ever since we discovered that only juniors believe in the treasure.
Mr. Skabrowski was not convinced, however. I know very well that you and the other girl had the book hidden away.
Mr. Skabrowski, your hand's in my arm.
I intend to fight it. It is imperative. You do not realize.
I say, Daisy, are you coming? What? Daisy, he knows we've got the book.
There's only one thing for it. We must discover the secret of the hairy star.
Monica, Sybil, I found this in Daisy Meredith's boot hole. It's the book, Monica.
How absolutely splendid.
How despicably low. I'll replace it and leave you, Monica, to see that the proper persons are informed.
They will be, Sybil. They will be.
Daisy Meredith! Just what are you doing with that hot
water bottle. Kindly remove it. And the rest of you children can return to whichever dormy you belong to at once.
But you used to.
Yes, I know we used to do it at your age, but we took great care not to get caught.
We thought all the prudes were having baths.
We can't all get in at the same time. Enough of this ragging. An order mark to any girl who's not in her own dormy by the time I count to 10. Sybil Burlington. Please wait in my study. I wish to have a word with you.
Phew! Alice is in a pixie mood.
A regular sport, though, always gives one a chance. I had an absolutely scrubby tussle with Jill Timms and Rosie Wildgust, and then Jill's hot water bottle burst.
Matron will be frightfully fed up about that.
Oh, Matron's a sport. She'll gather the joyful gist.
Monica, why didn't you join in the bottle fight?
I'm not feeling well.
Let's play a game then, to jolly you up. That's a topping idea, Daisy. How about a game we all know? I know, the dictionary game. Righto. Here we are. Paper, pencils, and a small pocket dictionary.
Goodness, what amazing pockets.
I've a penknife, string, and Wells originals too. My four brothers are the Boy Scouts, and their motto is, be prepared for any emergency. I bags to be first on it. No, I bags to be first on it, Trixie.
Righto, you do know how to play, don't you, Monica?
Of course I do.
First word, Daisy.
First word? Well, it's a name, really. Hairy Star.
Hairy Star?
Hairy Star.
There's no such word.
Yes, there is. I'm not quite sure I can remember what it means.
Righto, all done. Hand them over. Now then, a hairy star is a species of fungus found right beneath beech trees. Or a colonial term for the Union Jack. Or a comet, so called in ancient times because its fiery tail resembles...
Well, well. This is a cosy little confab. Did you not hear me call for lights out?
No, sorry Alice, we didn't.
Sybil's our dormitory monitor. Don't we have to wait for her to tell us?
Sybil's with me for the moment. Now off you all run to your beds.
Good night, Alice.
Good night, Monica.
Good night, Alice.
Good night, Trixie.
Good night, Alice.
Daisy. May I speak with you for a moment?
Yes?
Are you feeling quite well, child? You're looking a wee bit pale at the minute.
I'm in splendid form, thank you, Alice.
You been sleeping nice?
Like the proverbial look.
I think I'll ask the matron to dose you up on cod liver oil for a while.
Look here.
You're too beaky looking for my liking. And besides, we need fighters, not rakes in the first 11. But it's not that I wish to speak to you of. In the midst of that battle you were involved in 10 minutes ago, a junior passed me on her way to the cell, sporting a black eye she'd received in the onslaught. She'd been set upon by a crowd, led by Sybil Burlington, for refusing to join them in a foray against the sneak of the fourth, as I believe you'll know. Now, does this have anything to do with the fact that when Claire pounced on you and Trixie that night, she also hacked upon the seconds feasting, who'll now see you as a sneak?
I'd rather not say, Alice.
I've no intention of fighting any battles on your behalf, child, but right must be seen to exist where it does. Would you like me to have a discreet word with the Sekis?
No, thanks awfully, Alice, but I mean to settle this on my own account.
You're quite sure, child?
Absolutely.
Very well then.
Off you run to your bed then, Kitty. Alice? Yes, child? You aren't round Sybil on my account, are you? No, rest assured. I can't allow anyone, least of all a vice captain of four, to rush around the school dishing out black eyes to all and sundry. Young Sybil will be on her way to Miss Gibson if she crosses my path again. I say! Good night, child. Night, Alice.
Oh, Daisy, the hairy star! I know, Trixie, how glorious! How uncommonly brave of you to think up such a scheme.
How tremendously decent of Monica.
We must act at once, before Mr. Skabowski. Tomorrow.
Heap space it will get.
There is no hymn this morning, so straight to the notices. I learned with great displeasure from a matron this morning that not a few girls have reported to her burst hot water bottles. The result, it would seem, of a dormitory prank. In future, all hot water bottles similarly destroyed will be replaced with aided contributions from your pocket money. Persistent offenders will be given hot bricks wrapped in flannel to take to bed. Now, on to more pleasant matters. Graduate is through to the County Hockey Championships, and we Welcome Young Ladies College next Saturday. The match is to be played here on Graduate's own pitch. Owing to Mr. Form's enforced absence from school, any substitutes will be picked by Claire from the fourth form. Not the happiest of circumstances under which to meet such leviathans as Vernon. But remember, girls, even if we lose this very, very vital match, as long as you play the game to the best of your considerable abilities, you're not a failed graduate. Finally, it gives me great pleasure to announce the results of this year's school poetry competition. Many of the entries were worthy of commendation, but this year all credit must go to the upper four, who produced the two winning entries. In second place, we have the Meditations of a Lighthouse by Sybil Burlington.
My word, what a stellar!
And this year's winning entry is Heroes, penned by Daisy Meredith.
Oh, say, well done!
Right now, please. I now take great pleasure in reading an extract from this indeed excellent piece of work.
No!
Through centuries wrapped in clouds of black, where injustice cruel doth range, there sometimes shines a candle bright, the darkness to assuage.
Trixie, please!
Hopeful crushed by tyrant's hand, a privileged barrack.
If you please, Miss Gibson.
I'm available in my study after assembly for question or comment, Trixie Martin.
I'm sorry, Miss Gibson, but that poem you are reading out was not written by Daisy Meredith. I wrote it.
Is this correct, Daisy?
Yes, Miss Gibson.
Is this your handwriting, Trixie?
Yes, Miss Gibson.
Most odd. And yet the name Daisy Meredith appears on top of it.
But Miss Gibson...
Trixie, I shall speak to you in a moment. Daisy, you're to stand with your nose against the wall.
But Miss Gibson...
Daisy, do as I say. School dismissed.
What a beastly business. I never thought Daisy came with such a frightful plot.
Thank you, Belinda. Don't worry, Trixie. We'll sort this out. Off you go. Daisy. This kind of affair grieves me intensely, especially when it concerns someone with so much faith and expectation has been placed, and whose sporting and academic future looks so bright. Now, you say you had no idea that Trixie Martin's poem was submitted under your name.
None at all. On my honour, Miss Gibson.
and yet the name Daisy Meredith inscribed on top of it compares remarkably well to other examples of your signature.
But Miss Gibson, I would never do such a thing to Trixie. She's my best chum.
Not even in fun?
Not even in fun, Miss Gibson.
Another member of your form, I shall not mention her name, also came to me with your geography textbook, in which I found a printed list of answers to a recent geography test, in which you came out on top.
But Miss Gibson, I didn't...
This was also discovered at the back of your boot hole.
I borrowed it. I can't tell you why. It's a point of honour. But I swear to you, I have absolutely nothing to do with her or the geography test.
I find it very difficult to believe, Daisy, someone who kept quiet while the entire school suffered the loss of 3 days' games because you did not have the courage to own up. A girl also blind to the distress that this seeming theft has caused the Beaumont family, especially Claire.
I would never do anything to hurt Claire, Miss Gibson.
I can only conclude, Daisy, that the gulf between such schools as the elementary kind and Grangewood are wider than we can dream. I see the events of the past few weeks being as much my fault as they are yours. Because of all the tremendous pressures we put you under, resulting in the matters now under discussion.
I'm awfully sorry, Miss Gibson, but as far as academic work and games go, I have not found myself under any of the tremendous pressures you mentioned. Neither am I conscious of any enormous gulf between Grangewood and my previous school, as you are. If the gulf you speak of is mainly moral, as you seem to imply. The only difficulties I've encountered here are those from girls who, because they have money, therefore have influence, a remarkably queer notion to my mind, and whose only code of conduct is that of lying, sneaking, bullying, and seeing fit to wipe the ground me, because in my ignorant elementary school way, I tried to live up to the high standards set here, and to their orientation, succeed.
That will do, Daisy Meredith. I shall look into the accusations made against you and shall report my findings, along with the character and academic assessment, to the school governors board on Monday. It will then be decided whether you're to stay on at Grangewood or not. Until then, you'll be given a room in the sanatorium. Your meals will be brought to you, and you'll be given specially prepared classwork to do. You may not speak to your schoolfellows, or they to you. Only to myself, teaching staff, and matron. Matron will also be in charge of your recreation periods. You may go.
But Miss Gibson, I swear to you, I'm innocent of the charges laid against me. Oh, Mother. Oh, Claire. If only I could explain to you. Oh, Trixie. But now I never shall. Trixie! Oh, Daisy! You'll get into fearful trouble if they find you here.
I know. It's perfectly beastly. We've been ordered not to speak to you on pain of death.
Trixie, do you absolutely wish to goodness you'd never even met me? Do you believe you edited your poem as mine?
No, old chum, not for so much as a minute. I'm immensely sorry I spoke out in assembly and not to Miss Gibson in private. I'm afraid I lost my rag.
I would have done exactly the same in your position. Though it is hard not to be dismal when everyone else believes I did do it. They found Sir Digby's book, you know. I suppose Claire detests me now.
The book! Mr. Skoblowski! The treasure! Daisy, we must stop him!
How? I'm not supposed to leave this room except to go to piano practice.
I'm not supposed to be in it. I'll work out some sort of a scheme. I'll also find out who rigged the poetry competition.
Probably someone's idea of a joke.
It's sort of a joke. There are frightful rumours too. About you cribbing for a geography test. What's the truth, Daisy?
I'm afraid I can't say. I'm not a sneak, whatever else I may be.
It wouldn't surprise me if Sybil Burlington had a hand in this. old chum. I'll get you out of this piggy little mess, see if I don't. That's awfully tricksy. I'll creep up and see you later. Cheerio, sir. Hey, space it will get.
2 days to final. Diana's still out, Carol's set a near game, and the 5th our way. It's no use, Alice. We're going to have to put in some of those babes in the fall.
It's 2 we shall need.
And if we're to beat Birkbeck this year, they've got to be good.
There's Trixie Martin. Splendid little player when she puts her mind to it.
Linda Matheson.
She's decent.
Well, that's our team. Who's that who plays so beautifully?
Oh, the wee girl. Daisy Meredith.
The mistress, surely.
No, Daisy Meredith. Matron allows her to practice when her music room lies empty.
Poor child. Anyone who can play like that cannot surely be guilty of the things she's been accused of.
It's my belief she isn't.
If only we had proof, Alice. I must say, I've noticed that certain elements in this school have done their best to make life tough for that kid.
Can we not find that proof?
Haven't much time. The school governors meet to discuss our fate on Monday. But I suppose we could have a jolly good go at clearing a name, though.
Even though she did run off with your grandfather's book and deprive the school of 3 days' games.
Yes, I was awfully fed up about that, I admit.
Daisy told Miss Gibson that she held back on a point of honour. And I'll tell you something now. I don't believe that a girl like Daisy, who loves her games, would hold back for less.
She's always struck me as a frightfully decent kid.
And don't you find it queer that such a girl should deliberately set out to ruin herself and to expose herself as a leech and a cheat upon her best friend?
That settles it, Alice. We will carry out our own investigation into this matter. Thank you, old girl, for reminding me, as well as being sports captain of Rangeford, I am a head girl. I say, what's a row?
It's Trixie Martin. She's twisted her ankle. I'm going to find Matron.
Jesus, Mary, Josie! There goes another member of First 11.
No desperado, me darling Claire.
We're sunk. Might as well hand that trophy over to Birkbeck now.
We'll find another substitute.
Who else is there good enough?
Wee Daisy Meredith.
Do you think Miss Gibson will be persuaded?
She must, for the sake of the school.
Trixie! Yes? Matron will hear you pack you back onto jolly old Beth and deprive me of the chance to see you play for Grangewood. That chance, she'd have a Dickens of a deadly fight in her hands. I say, Trixie, I'm so horribly afraid I shall prove the most frightful muff. You haven't lost any practice games. This is different. We shall be playing an absolutely first-rate team, not just 11 substitutes. And I feel I must justify Claire and Nancy's faith in me, after the tremendously hard job they must have had persuading Miss Gibson to let me play. I say, you don't suppose any of the Granger girls will let on that one of their teams under the threat of expulsion, do you? They wouldn't be such a pack of mean cats. If anyone, even that reptile Sybil Burlington, so much as uttered a word, I'd cold pig them every morning till the end of term. I say, would you really, with immense gratification? I say, it's capital the two of us being here in the sun. Things have been a lot jolly since you twisted your ankle, Trixie. But gets us even further away from discovering the Beaumont treasure, though. I lie awake at night and think about it. No wonder you're looking so pale and ghastly. What? I'm fit as a fiddle. It would be topping, though. We'll find it before I leave. I do so want to make it up to everyone, being such a frightful disappointment. I must go and join the others on the field. Good luck, Daisy, old thing. Play up and play the game. That's awfully tricksy. I saved this donut for you to give you extra strength for the match.
have the second half in which to draw level. Those tackles of yours weren't half bad, young Belinda, but you must decide what to do with the ball once you've got it. Daisy, don't let those backs crowd you as they were doing. Remember, all of you, when you get the ball, get rid of it as fast as possible. Don't hug it yourselves, and remember, above all, attack is the best form of defence. We're allowing Burnham Frenchley to do as they wish at the moment. The vantage will be theirs with the wind behind them. So play up, play hard, and play the game. Remember, the honour of rangemen is at stake.
They're off. Centre forward to left inner, back to centre forward. Centre forward to Burnham snatch the ball. Oh, hard luck. Tackle by Daisy. She's got the ball. Oh, quickly pass it out. Left wing back to right inner shoots. Go! Hooray! Spirit, keep it up. Burnham take the ball, passing it out to their left wing. Grangewood, where are you?
Right half close in, drives ball across two.
Centre forward two.
Right in at back two.
Centre forward. Oh no, Claire's missed it. Don't lose it. Oh, don't lose it. Saved by
The centre half, a short pass two.
left inner to
Left wing to...
No, Daisy, you're clear. Shoot, Daisy, shoot. Go! 2 all and 7 minutes left to play. Play up, school, play up. Hink, space and Fulgate, Daisy. Hink, space and Fulgate. There are some rotten little beasts booing her. Led by Sybil, no doubt. Centre forward to left inner to Burnham snatch the ball. Grangewood. Tackle by Claire. Pass it out. Oh no, Claire's gone down in the mud. Jemima, who's that speeding up the pitch? It's Daisy. She's got the ball.
Left wing
To right inner, to centre forward.
To left inner.
to left wing.
Shoot, Daisy! Shoot! Go! Oh, good shot!
Oh, jolly goal.
I don't believe it! Jolly well done!
First rate play, Daisy.
I did it! For Grangewood!
First time in the living memory that Grangewood's ever beaten Burncombe. Well done, all of you. A game to go down the annals of Grangewood. Well done to you, Kitty. We've got you to thank for all of this. Now to the victory team!
Are you not coming to tea, Daisy?
No. Miss Gibson said I was to go straight back to the sun after the match. Don't say anything to Claire. She's so awfully butt. I wouldn't want to be a wet blanket.
Capital, Daisy! You are absolutely uncommonly spiffingly glorious! Daisy?
They booed me, Trixie. They booed me. The events of the day circled her brain, and the knowledge that largely due to her efforts in winning the hockey match, the rest of the school had been awarded a holiday, caused her to ponder even further upon the unworthy actions of those responsible for her present dismal plight. Outside, the wind howled, rattling the window panes in their frames, and sending the waves booming round the headland. How queer! Someone controlling the corridors with a torch. Matron is longing there, and surely none of the staff will be up at such an hour, unless the juniors are up to some stunt. How odd! Perhaps Mr. Thompson's planning a burglary. What's that? I say, Winnie, you must come quickly! How? Whatever's happened?
Well, several of us were having a midnight feast in one of the caves in the bay to celebrate today's victory, when all of a sudden, almost before we had time to notice, the tide crept in, covering our path, so we had to retreat up the side of the cliff. It was only when we reached the top that we realised Sybil and Monica weren't with us. They must have So, as you'll probably be expelled anyway, and know lots about knots, we can listen to your help. Oh, please help us, Daisy. I can wake Miss Gibson up when we get into a most fearful row.
Ha, Sek. Help with these sheets. Daisy and her companion set off along the cliff path that led to the bay. It's no good. I'll have to go down and bring up myself.
no longer. Come and see me tomorrow morning in my study at 9. Now go to bed this instant.
Oh, it's no good. Everything I do is wrong. I just don't belong at Grangewood. Perhaps I am as bad as they say I am. But I'm not. I'm not. Oh, I can't bear it any longer. I'll run away. That's what I'll do. I'll go back home to Mother, Dick, Douglas, Dan and Duncan. They love me. They believe in me. Oh, Mother, I wish you were here now. I need you so badly. I'm coming home, Mother. I'm coming home. Hardly conscious of her actions, Daisy passed like a sleepwalker, through the school corridors and down into the great hall. Some instinct, she knew not what, caused her to turn and gaze at the grim commanding portrait of the late Sir Digby Beaumont. Daisy gasped, for the peculiar astronomical device which Sir Digby held was radiating a green glowing light of its own. Luminous paint! Daisy advanced close to the portrait, and there, on the rim of the device, depicted a symbol she knew all too well. That of a comet, the hairy star. And beside it, graven in tiny letters, were the words, "This panel, where the hairy star doth shine, conceals the treasure. Press the symbol mine." Mr. Thompson.
Daisy.
Father?
I have distressing and important news concerning one of your number, Daisy Meredith. At present, Daisy lies dangerously ill in the sanatorium, suffering, it is suspected, of brain fever, resulting from all the troubles you've been involved in here. She cries out wildly in her delirium, dishonour, exams, and the like. We fear she may not last a week, and is certainly too ill to be taken to hospital. The crisis point determining whether she lives or dies shall be reached this evening, so I'll ask you to be particularly quiet when carrying out your usual activities, especially if they take place on the lawns outside the sand.
Oh, poor Daisy. Miss Gibson?
Yes, Sybil.
I have something to say, which I would like you to hear, as well as the school.
Well, can't you come and see me later?
No, I'm sorry, Miss Gibson. I must speak now.
Very well, continue.
Everyone, well, most people, believe Daisy Meredith to be a liar, a cheat, a sneak, and an absolute rotter. Well, she isn't. She's one of the pluckiest, most honourable and sporting girls you could ever hope to meet. Last night, she rescued Monica and me from certain death when we were stranded on the cliff face after a midnight feast we held, in which she was not involved. It was I who substituted Daisy's name for Twixie's on the winning poem and entered Daisy's poem under my name and came second. It was I who encouraged another girl in my form to plant the answers to the geography test in Daisy's book. And it was I who sneaked on the second midnight feast and let Daisy take blame. I'm a perfectly hateful pig. It's me who should be expelled, not Daisy. And if she dies, then it's my fault.
Well, Sybil, I'm glad to have the courage and the honour, related though it is, to confess the true state of things. However, I must now ask you to accompany me to my study and take leave of your classmates, which I fear may be for the last time. Oh. It may also interest you to know that the Beaumont family treasure has been found by Daisy Meredith and her father, Mr. Thompson, but whose true identity is that of Sir David Beaumont, the youngest son of Sir Digby Beaumont. School dismissed.
Oh, jubilate! I knew it would all come right in the end. I knew it! Daisy's crisis of health that night took its turn. For the better, and in a day or two, she was able to leave her sick bed, albeit in a weakened condition.
You see, my father, Sir Digby Beaumont, objected fiercely to my taking an opera singer as wife. So, after a particularly vehement argument, I left Grangewood for good, changed my name by default, married my sweetheart, and moved to Wales.
Well, you spent many a happy boyhood holiday. Isn't that right, Father?
Indeed it is, my darling. We bore a family and lived happily. I earning a living as a doctor until war broke out. Whereupon, wishing to serve my country, I enlisted in the Navy. However, one day my ship was torpedoed and sunk. And I survived for 2 days in the open sea, clinging to a spar of wood, until a passing ship rescued me. Whereupon I lost consciousness for more than a week. And on coming to, it was found that I had no memory of who I was or where I was from. All evidence of my identity had been washed away in my ordeal at sea. I was utterly destitute, friendless, and might have remained that way had it not been for a certain Russian count on board ship who befriended me. You know, as luck would have it, he was bound for England. After he secured positions in English girls' public school, he found work and shelter for me too, and his name was
Mr. Skablowski!
Gradually over the years, my memory returned. And, to my surprise, I found that not only was I employed in the grounds of my birthplace, but that my daughter was a pupil at the school which had since been founded there. Now, I resolved not to disclose my identity to Daisy, while all I could offer her was poverty, although there was no shame in being poor. And so, with Mr. Slabowski, we plotted to recover the treasure which my father had hidden.
That explains Mr. Skabrowski's strange manner towards us.
And also the clue that Sir Digby said lay with his younger son. That tune you're always whistling, Sir David.
All through the night.
Ever my favourite tune, I must confess.
The link with the luminous device.
And the comet.
The hairy star.
Claire!
Good afternoon, my lucky young cousin, Uncle David. The entire school awaits your return.
Oh, that won't be for some time, I'm afraid. This young scholar needs a convalescing holiday first.
Well deserved, I say.
Here, here.
In a while, if you look out of that window, you'll see that wretched little imp, Sybil Burlington, depart Rangewood forever.
They aren't expelling her.
I should jolly well think so after all that she's confessed to.
Please, Claire, don't let them expel her. Allow her one last chance. She must have some goodness to have owned up the way she did. It must have taken considerable pluck. It's not her fault the snobbish attitudes were bred into her. Please, we can have to change those. Please, Claire, do be a sport and have a word with Miss Gibbs on my behalf.
Very well, child, I'll do my level best. I suppose every word can count. I'll catch Sybil before she leaves Miss Gibson's study. But I say, this is all becoming uncommonly dismal. For it to be games and dancing this evening, and the school would simply adore it if you came down and see them.
Everyone would be immensely bucked.
I'll be by your side.
Very well. It's talking of them who want to see me.
Splendid.
Must go, old chum. There's the bell for prep.
I've got to go too, I'm afraid. I'm Sue Byers' Achilles. Bye.
I'll leave you to dress, Daisy. I must send a telegram to Mother.
Oh, Father, I'm so tremendously happy.
So am I, my darling. More than I can ever say.
Oh, Daisy, you don't know what a beast I've been. I'm so...
Sybil! Don't!
Save me from expulsion.
I'm so frightfully glad you're staying. Now we can be friends.
Can we?
Really? Of course we can, my poor darling. I say, buck up, old thing. Will you come down to the hall with me? I need someone's arm to lean on.
Girls, I would like to announce the 2 guests of honour this evening, though heaven knows they need no announcing. Firstly, Sir David Beaumont, who I am very proud to call Uncle. Daisy Meredith, or Beaumont as she will henceforth be known, and who I am very proud to call Cousin. I give you the heroine of Grangewood.
Sir David has a few words he'd like to say to us all.
Not an experienced speaker, or a good one even at the best of times, of which this is one. But I will say that the recovery of the Beaumont treasure has enabled me not only to rediscover my family and to disclose my identity and to keep Grangewood within the family, but that some of the money from the treasure will go towards funding a scholarship so that another elementary girl can enter Grangewood, to be called the Daisy Meredith Scholarship.
First of all, thanks awfully for the absolutely top-notch reception you've given my father and me this evening. I'm proud to be once again a girl of Grangewood, of the upper fourth.
We're proud of you, Daisy.
Yes. Secondly, I ask you to accept with open arms the scholarship girls who come to Grangewood. They may have heaps to learn from you about Grangewood's sporting and academic tradition, but my word, have you a lot to learn from them. The beginning we have made here in admitting elementary school pupils is small, but I look forward to the day when Grangewood, along with other public schools, becomes truly public